I want to move from the romantic aspect of it to the reality TV and friendships,
Mm.
right? So the same thing with how people compare their romantic relationships to celebrities and social media couples. I want to bring that aspect of friendships. You know, women treating their friendships the same way. In case they can't identify what romantically. Another thing I've been like, I want to go back to that thing. Oh, I don't have a lot of female friends, or
Mm-hmm.
girls, like they'll say there's a lot of negative feedback when I talk about uh, adult women relationships, right? So I know you don't really understand Love Island and why. Like some of it is kind of mindless to me. But honestly, when I look at Love Island and I'm looking at that experience, right? The girls with how they are with one another and how the guys and how they kind of react with one another, I basically look at it as a case study, right?
You out here studying these old.
I ain't studying them, but I'm kind of seeing in real life, in these situations, how they react to that situation, right? And even though it's almost an exaggerated aspect of it, it happens in everyday life, right? So for me, watching all the girls have this girl code and the guys have kind of like the guy code and like who really stands by it
Mm-hmm.
and what each one interprets as guy code and girl code, that's just like a case study to me. Like, are you really like following guy code? Are you really following girl code? What is that relationship like? Because in the series for Love Island, you have kind of a little bit of a beef, but I don't want to say beef with yeah, all right,
Yeah, no, I'm just setting this up.
all right, a little bit of a beef with Alandria, Shelly, and Huda, based off
And
of
Huda.
her name is Huda. Okay, she's Muslim.
Okay, I'm sorry, man. You know what I mean? Salam alaikum, my sister, but Huda is crazy. Good.
But you know that what the Huda means something in Islam.
All right.
All right, you know. So there's a little bit of a dynamic that happens between the three based off of kind of one of the games that they play. So with these games, it's very centralized. They end up making out with one another. It's like exaggerate. I know, I get it,
Like, I'm
right?
about to cut the cable off in the crib. Like, this is crazy. We're not watching this in my house. I said I do not allow debauchery or ratchetry.
Relax,
I stand. I
relax,
stand.
right, right. So I'm watching these girls engage, right, and they got this girl code, right, and they all doing the same thing, right. Don't know each other from a can of paint, but they got this girl code. They standing on business, whatever it may be. They all doing the same things, right. But when they get these connections, that's when they start to change what girl code means, what each one is allowed to do. Oh, you kissed him too long. Oh, you danced on him too long. You know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't allow that in real life, but now that you caught a little bit of a feelings, now that that girl can be potentially competition, you know, now, nah, she broke girl code. Make that make sense.
None of it makes sense
I
to
know
me.
it don't
This
make
is
sense,
crazy.
right?
It sounds like debauchery. It's like
Uh,
it's his immoral activities. Um, Jesus don't like it.
mm-hmm.
Jesus don't like Love Island. He told me himself. But
At the
but
end of the
the
day,
girl code thing, I get it. I
yeah,
get what you're saying. And
it's interesting that they come in with this different this type of um theory in their head, right? This is what girl code is. Oh, I don't care, girl. This is a game show or whatever it is. We all trying to find love, right? But the moment someone actually has a true interest in somebody, and they don't even, it's not even a matter like, hey, girl, I really like him. Don't, when we play these games, like, I really want to be with this man now, whatever.
so, but
Week
most
two,
of it
right?
is for show. Like
It
you
is
said,
for show, but
reality TV show.
it follows them out in real life
So
because
let's talk about.
it
All right,
continues. You know
so
what I'm
let's talk
saying?
about it this way: girls in real life and
Yes,
how that
yes.
works.
So that's what I'm showing. What I want to like. Yes, it's reality TV, but I kind of just want to put that spotlight on what happens in real life. This happens in real life as well, and a lot of people won't address it. So when they speak about these friendships and stuff, at the end of the day, it is a competition still. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people won't acknowledge that. A lot of girls won't acknowledge that. And that's why they get their feelings hurt. That's why when female friendships break up, it hurts because a lot of girls take it emotionally. And when females compete, it's not like how men compete, right? So men compete and they compete and they lift each other up at the same time.
We
Like
compete
y'all
to make each other better.
Yes, y'all
like
compete.
If I
yeah.
tell you that,
yeah,
yo, come on, bro, you out here stinking.
Mm-hmm.
Laughingly, I'm trying to tell you to go wash your ass. But that's what we do as men. Girls will be petty and be like, oh
they'll
girl, that's
lie, knowing their girl look a hot mess.
Yeah.
And won't say, girl, I don't know what's going on. Maybe you need to put a little extra deal, whatever it may be.
Or they gonna talk shit.
Or they're gonna talk shit behind you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I want to kind of highlight is like why these female friendships are not lasting, why they're not true.
Yeah.
You know,
and
they lie to each other. Girls lie to each other.
It's hard.
That's
like
the problem.
I always say, we had this conversation in the past. When girls don't even like being around other girls like that for too long, it doesn't work because they're so hypergamous that everything is a competition between each other to be like, I gotta be the prettiest one in this room.
Yeah.
And if you're not, or you feel like somebody trying to one up you, you're gonna do something petty to one up them.
Yeah, you're like, how do I knock you down your peg so I get up one peg? Like, that's really what I kind of want to, that's how I viewed the show. Maybe people didn't view it that way. It was very mindless and stuff. But I'm looking at the dynamics of each woman and how they are functioning and at what point they get upset. And I'm looking at like, oh, this is what happens in real life, but nobody wants to say that this is happening. And this is why female friendships are not lasting. You know, and that's kind of what I wanted to highlight is that there is a secret competition between female friendships. And unless us women acknowledge that in real time and we can say, hey, this is an issue, right? We can't move from that.
Yeah.
We're going to keep lying to each other.
You can, but let me ask,
right?
let me ask the question in this way. And it's going to come off as, I don't care.
Go ahead, I don't care.
Is that just naturally?
So I can say from a very young age, it's being taught to girls, right?
Okay.
Right? You got to be the prettiest, right? Because we as women are taught, how do you develop into a woman, right? You get older, you get married, you get a husband, you get children. How do you gain that person, right? How do you gain that husband, right? And that's to be the prettiest, the smartest, and whatever it may be to get that husband, right? How do I get my catch, right? And for you to be that person, you're in constant competition with other women, right?
I get it.
Right. So I think that as women, we are taught from very little how to compete with one another, but in the most negative way, right? Because what is the first thing that we say to each other when we want to hurt each other, right? As women.
You gonna call them a hoe?
HOE, yeah. You're gonna say, oh, you a hoe. Or if you have a friendship, she wasn't a good friend. Why wasn't she a good friend? She didn't do this, she didn't do that. You know, all she did was talk about herself. Every time she had an issue, she, you know, it was always about her. We attack each other with words. Men, right? When they are in real competition, it's war, right?
Yeah, but that's why. But see, men understand the danger that can come from beefing, quote unquote. So we're not going to go straight to petty arguments or petty beefs because we can punch each other in the face and somebody could die.
But that's the underlying issue in women is that we don't compete in that same way. So that's why we have a lot of catty things happening in our friendships. Yeah. That's why we have a lot of backstabbing. That's why we have a lot of mistrust with one another. That's why our friendships don't go longer than, all right, friend group, right? One girl gets in a relationship. That friend and everybody else is all the other girls gonna say, she changed, she disappeared, she's not the same, right? You know, so.
But that's where I'm taking it to. Is it? I don't think that it's necessarily taught to women. I think that this is the nature of the of the beast, right? Because the way y'all fight war
Right.
is very meticulous, right? It's
Yeah.
you have to literally be smart. Like when we're out places, right? You observe everything. You can hear a conversation that somebody's having down the hall around the corner because you're just observing. Because in order for you to win, if something break out, you got to know
I gotta outsmart.
you got to
them.
outsmart
Right.
everybody. I'm looking like, all right, that dude over there, all right, he big, he him. I'm gonna have to punch him in his face. I'm focused on only danger. You looking at the whole situation.
I'm looking at danger from incognito way.
Yeah.
Where,
But
what,
like
yeah,
a spy,
yeah.
a woman. You know why they use the Black Widow or Scarlett Johansson, all these women spy movies, because women are very detail oriented, and you have to be in order to get to move through the world a certain way.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think that when women look at other women and get together, the competition is like, all right, I'm gonna play this game. Oh,
Yeah.
she looking at my man. Oh, she thinks she got to
Yeah,
get
but
here.
do I think people actually sit here and say this plus this, I got to do this?
I don't
No,
think-
absolutely
yeah, I
not. I
don't
think
think that
it's
they're-
very I think that people are women are unaware of it, and I think
Yeah,
that
and
once
that's
they
why I think
are
it's
aware,
natural.
once they are aware of what is actually happening behind internally, I think that's when you can build your strongest female relationships, your
Okay.
strongest.
I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Is like as a woman,
so understanding like this is a natural occurrence, but you don't have to be that way
yes,
in these situations.
Yes.
So I agree with that 100% because if well, it still depends though, because you don't want the single friend and the married friends hanging out. Like it usually if you got 4 married women and the 2 single friends, it usually doesn't work out. The 2 single friends are gonna want to, hey, what y'all doing? They like, yo, we married with kids. Like
So that's
we're not
when-
hanging out. We're not going and doing the same activities.
but that's when the understanding of it saying, hey, because you are married, I have to respect the fact that you're married and you can't be out to 2 a.m. Respectfully, right? Because of your beliefs, you're in a marriage. I gotta respect your husband. I don't want to put you in a situation that would put you in a bad situation with your husband, whatever it may be, right? That's where the awareness matters, So it's okay. I understand, girl. Let me not be mad at you because you ain't out with 2 a.m. because you're married now. Why are you mad at your friend when she has her husband have boundaries or whatever it may be? Respect that and be aware of it. That's where that awareness matters, and vice versa. I understand you're single. I understand you going to the club. You picked Friday. I can't go out Friday.
you ain't
know
going
what
to
I'm saying?
no club with no single woman.
I
I don't
understand
care
it.
if she says Sunday, unless it's church.
Relax. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that awareness factors matters, and you have to be smart enough to say, I understand that, and I can't be upset with you because you can't do what I do. That matters. That's where your friendships are gonna actually build and be long-standing friendships. Is what I'm saying. That makes sense.
No, it does. I think overall, it comes down to, do y'all even want to have that type of those type of friendships?
Yes.
Like, that's why
Yes, that's why all these women. You think about it. There's always these like women empowerment groups, and like there's a lot of that, right? Oh, how do we uplift each other? But why are they not successful? Why can't women just get together and figure it out? And it's because they lack that self-awareness and accountability for one another, and because they pretend that that is not a real problem, and that you guys aren't in secret competition. And that's what I'm saying is that you are in competition. Realize that competition can be something that is turned positive. Do not use it negatively, meaning, okay, you don't agree with how somebody raised their child, don't go behind their back talking smack about it. You get what I'm saying? Bring that if it's something wrong, bring that awareness to that friend, right? And hopefully that friend is intelligent enough.
I don't think they're going to take it. There is no, and this is what we talk about. And
I understand, yeah.
You cannot nicely say that as a woman to another woman. Look, I know that's your son, but I don't think you should be feeding him French fries. Oh my! There's no woman in the world that's going to take that serious. So I think what I am saying is you have to understand the nature of the woman, right? Of the girl. So they I know everybody wants to have this friendship and they want to do this, but if you put too many women together in a room, a cat fight is about to break out. It's only going to last for so much. That's why the husband and wife dynamic is so important sometimes. Where hey, we hang out, but we hang out as couples. Hey, yeah, we do this thing where on Fridays we go for runs.
Right.
We go do these things, but to say we're simply just friends and we hang out, it really gets. We've seen it because how many times? Okay, if you take 10 women and say and ask them all different questions about friends, hey, how many friends you got? The first thing they say is,
"I got a small circle."
Yeah, I got my circle tight. I don't mess with everybody.
Exactly.
I don't got friends. I got acquaintances. It's because it's the dynamic of it is different. It's
So all I
hard
want
to
to
be around
say
it.
at the end of the day is that that's why that is why it is. You know what I'm saying? Because women won't have that, don't bring that awareness and aren't realistic about those friendships. So if your friendship is gonna be only, girl, I'm off on Thursdays and I just want to go drink, be that, let that be that. Oh, I want to go out and I want all the dudes to holler at me. I'm gonna go with that group of single friends. You get what I'm saying? Let that, be aware of that, but don't call it something else. You know what I'm saying? Don't say this is a woman empowerment group when at the end of the day, y'all sit here and y'all argue with one another behind each other's backs and y'all end up forming these different cliques. And when one do wrong, y'all all talk about her on the other side of the fence. That's all I'm saying. Like we have to stop that clear the smoke. You know?
So be it.
Clear the smoke. This is what it really is. If you want a legitimate friendship where you can tell your friend, hey girl, you ain't doing right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you ain't been going to the gym. You getting,
Yeah.
we got to stay healthy. If you can really have those conversations and have that real friendship, almost a real sisterhood, you have to bring awareness to what it really is. Shine light on the darkness of what a female friendship really hides, How do you really build this woman empowerment group? Stop lying to each other. That's it. Simple and fact.
Yeah, you said it in the other episode about how a lot of friends lie to each other to be agreeable, and then they go behind their back and talk about them or something like that.
Yeah.
So I get it. Now, this with men, okay? Men just simply say, "Hey, we boys, I got your back if you need it, whatever." But you don't have to. We not about to. Once you hit a certain age, especially, you're not about to hang out with your boys every single day and act like this is a. How do you put it? Like it's not an emotional thing. It's very much like, look, what do you bring? In order to be my friend, you got to bring something to the table.
And that's why we regulate differently.
We would never be friends, and we're okay with saying that. Like we just cut you off. There's no reason to hang out with another man if they don't bring anything to offer, right? So I look at it like a pack of wolves, right?
Right.
I'm a dog. I'm out there, right? I'm ready. I'm ready for war when war comes. If I go somewhere with you and I look over and you look like you get your ass whooped, you cannot hang out with this pack of dogs.
Yeah.
so it's no argument. It's not like I'm gonna be, hey, can you hey, you need to get it together. Nah, man. We're gonna tell you, like, look, man, hey, you looking weak, man. Get it together. And we talked about like emotional intelligence. If he's not emotionally intelligent enough to take what I said as face value, I'm just not going to text him no more. He's not going to come to the functions no more. We're not going to do that. So that's how men kind of work. And I know I speak a lot more harsher about it. So when I'm talking about like the female dynamic, to break it down simply, or the female friendship dynamic, is I think that we have to stop forcing friendships. So for women, it's like when you get married and you're taking care of responsibilities and you have a husband, then there's really not too many reasons to have a bunch of single friends.
Right, right.
So that's going to cause problems anyway. Or the single woman who's a little older, right? There's no reason to be hanging around young girls going to the club and then being like, we don't get together or whatever. It's like you hang around people who are like minded, doing the same thing. So if we're married and you hang out with married
Right.
couples, you won't have the problem of saying, oh my goodness, you keep wanting to go out on a Friday. Because
Yeah.
that woman is married as well. So
Yeah.
just like choosing relationships, like a man chooses a wife or a wife choosing a husband, you have to have you have to be like minded. And if you go around unlike minded people and try to make friendships, that relationship is going to fail. Is also going to fail.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly. I agree.
Yeah.